Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is JULIUZ and I'm watching the best videos of the trading industry so you don't have to do it alone. Today we are reacting on this trading strategy makes me, now bear with me, $250,000 weekly from Mambafx. I stumbled across this recommendation on YouTube and $250,000 per week. Is that really legit? Do you know anything about Mambafx? Let me know in the comments down below if he's legit. So let's get right into it. Just a 10-minute video, $250,000 a week. Count me in. Okay, so let's start here together. You guys make sure to leave a like and a sub down below. Thank you for your support. That helps me a lot. And now let's enjoy the video together.
Welcome to my new office, by the way. We'll do a tour on that later at another time. I've been a little busy this morning. I've been kind of trying to keep up with all the wins inside of the kingdom, but like unbelievably, there's... So
first of all, I actually like his office a lot. So this character seems a little sketchy, but the office with the wood and those books, I actually enjoyed. Maybe you see it in the background that this is like the style I'm enjoying for an office, not for in general your apartment or your house, but for an office. This looks really, really good.
Been like thousands of wins just this morning, and I can't even keep up with how much money has been made this week just within the kingdom. And for you guys that don't know what the kingdom is, it's my room, very cheap, $39.99. You join the room, you copy all my trades.
Okay, we're not even 20 seconds into the video and they're already starting an advertisement for copy trading, probably monthly fee of $40. So within all of those creators and educators I'm reacting on, the probability is high that at least more than 50% of them are not legit and are scammers and just try to seem like they are making money in trading. So we should be careful with any new creator that we are watching. And yeah, again, I can repeat myself. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about him. Okay, there's an advertisement very early in the video, but I'm still neutral on this one. And I want to find out how to make $250,000 a week, because then my problems would be gone and I would probably live in the 150th floor somewhere in Dubai. Okay.
You post your wins, you go about your day, and life's great. It's really just as simple as that. I live trade every single day. For you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Mambafx. I've been trading for about 8 years now, but I live trade every single day. That's how I make my money. That's how I make my millions. But here's the thing. I don't just live trade. I live trade in front of thousands of people who are also copying my trades, meaning thousands of people are also living the same life that I'm living just by simply copying and not...
Is that true, guys? Is that true?
Having to do...
Then I do not even have to know what the strategy is. I could just enter his copy trading room and copy his trades and make $250,000 a week. Or why not increase the position size and trade a little bigger than him and make $1 million a week?
Any of the work. Now in this video I'm going to teach you guys my strategy so you guys can get to work and start to become better traders. But again, if you guys don't want to do all the work and you want to fast track progress and just copy one of the best to ever do it, the link is down below and it's very cheap, very affordable, and we made it this way so anybody can join. And although the war markets are scaring people and everyone's freaking out, we're still killing it. And yeah, it's been amazing.
So why am I very, very skeptical on this one? Have you seen real people making millions of dollars a year? Do they brag with their stuff like this? Probably not. I do not want to see some cigar stuff here. I want to see a trading strategy. What is this? Let me skip that.
All right, so just to kind of show you guys what the kingdoms looked like over the past few months, we just started tracking a few months ago, but all-time targets hit for New York session, 251 wins, 18 losses. Okay, keep that in.
Okay, if I lose my whole account in one loss because I'm betting on everything, then 18 losses is still too much. Okay, that says nothing. Okay, it depends on the reward risk. If you're risking everything with the biggest position size you can possibly do on your account, then 18 losses can be really, really bad, and 251 losses, or whatever the amount was, might not make up for it.
Then we go over to London session, because you're not getting one session, you're getting 3.
Let me analyze it. Okay, targets hit 6, stop loss hit, this week 0. Okay, so far, why not?
201 wins with 30 losses. Tell me where you're gonna find that for $39 a month. Or you go to Asia session, 166 targets hit, 15 losses. Guys, it's like, I don't even understand why we're doing it this cheap when
So this is a whole advertisement.
Everybody's eating, and I think that's really what the main drive is, right? It's like everybody's eating, and I don't want to unfeed families. I've already fed so many of them, so just keep on going. It's a great price, people are enjoying it, and we're gonna keep it going. So for now, the price will be $39.99. If you guys would like to join, click the link down below. If you guys would like to learn,
Of course, I will let his advertisement run in my video as well, because I'm reacting on his content. So he has every right to also make his advertisement in my video, okay? I'm reacting on his content. So even though I'm a little judgy at first, but of course he is allowed to also publish his advertisement on my channel.
ready to buckle up, because we're about to it up.
So far, no trading, but a lot of cigars. Excuse me. The horse. What the fuck? It's just a big montage of him smoking a cigar in his office, and I want to see the freaking strategy. Oh, this is the best video ever.
Okay, so the strategy itself.
Wow, we're in there. Okay, a quarter of the video is already over, but now we're seeing a chart of the Nasdaq in the 15-minute, okay, which is a great time frame. 15-minute, I like to always look at the 15-minute. As I told you in my trading, I look at very different kind of charts on my big monitors. I like to trade with a range chart primarily, but I need to take a look at the daily, at the 15-minute, at different kind of range charts, at a Renko chart, whatever, okay? But 15-minute, I really like it.
It's not difficult. It's not a difficult strategy to grasp, but what's hard is the psychological aspect of using the strategy. And what I mean by that is, are you going to be able to lose a trade and be okay with that and wait till the next day to trade again? Or are you going to know?
That's with every strategy ever the case. And if I can make $250,000 a month, or a week, then I'm willing to follow the rules.
When you need to re-enter a trade after a loss, knowing that the markets are stable enough to take that re-entry, and it's not, you know, a dud day where you come back the next. It really does come down to psychological factors. So I'm going to show you guys a strategy. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of psychology help, maybe some little practice things you can do at home, and yeah, we'll go from there. But the strategy itself is very simple. I teach the strategy so often on YouTube, but I'll do it again. Very, very simple, right? First things first, 6:20 a.m., we mark our chart.
6:20 a.m. Yeah, which time zone? At which time does the market open where he lives? At 8? At 9? At 6? I don't know.
It's up. Why?
For me, it's 3:30 p.m. Okay, so where I live in Europe, so...
Because the markets are about to fucking move. There's about to be a lot of volume coming in at 6:30 a.m.
Pacific Standard Time. What the heck is that? Let me check. Now I don't get it at all.
Pacific Standard Time every single morning. Now what am I trading? Nasdaq and US 30. So you have both charts loaded up. Keep an eye on both.
I have problems with all of those time zones.
And you mark them up at 6:20 a.m., 10 minutes before session open.
Session open, okay, it's like, okay, I guess this is completely bullshit here. Okay, probably it's like 10 minutes before open, so okay.
Every single day. That'll never change. Don't let that change. That has to be something you do repetitively every single day. So for example, right now this is 6:15 a.m. I'm going to mark my charts up. We have resistance here.
Do I know the trade? 5th of May, okay, it's a while back. So I probably do not remember this exact opening.
We have support here, and now I know if price wants to break one of these zones, I'll take a buy or sell. It's as simple as that. If I go to the 5 minutes, probably gonna become a little more clear to you. As you can see support, as you can see resistance. Voila, that's all I'm fucking doing. I literally just marked resistance and support. Now I'm waiting for the session to begin at 6:30 a.m. and price to either push or drop. If we push above this.
So first of all, this is that in hindsight? Okay, I can show you the best examples ever if I go back into the chart. If this would be now a live execution, this would be different, but I don't want to judge. He told us that he's streaming more or less live every day in front of 1,000 or 2,000 viewers, so why not?
Or breaks.
They have to judge if it works or not.
Below the support that I marked up, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, I'm gonna take a position. It really is as simple as that. That's how.
Now what about a stop fish or a liquidity grab?
I'm making a $250,000 every single week. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.
Okay.
Just kidding. But seriously, that is how I'm making a $250,000 every single week. It really is as simple as that. Now, the hard part.
How much members in his Discord would he need to make $250,000 a week? So it's $40 a month, I guess, or was it $40 a week? I say it's $40 a month, so it's $10 a week. So he basically needs 25,000 members on his copy trading to make $250,000 a week. Maybe it just has 25,000 members, which is a lot. I probably doubt it.
Part is this. If price decides to push up here, push a little bit, I take a buy, and then it fakes out and reverses and I lose, I have to be willing to say, okay, I'm willing to lose a couple trades here. No
Okay.
more than 3. 3 is ridiculous.
Okay.
Ridiculous, right? Because you just can't get on here and lose 3 trades. It's just kind of crazy. But I'm willing
Very easy to lose 3 trades in a scenario like this.
to lose 1
Why, an example is trying to break out 3 times in a row. You enter, you enter, you enter, you lose every time because it's in the range.
more time.
Very easy.
Price is pushing again. Now we're dropping to the downside, and again we have that rejection, and it comes back up, and we lose again. There's going to be situations where you have to make serious decisions, and it's like, okay, I got faked out up and faked out down.
Depends. I don't know where his targets are. So it depends on how long he wants to hold the trade. Of course, if he just says, okay, I want to, let's say a short breakout, okay? I just want to hold the trade until this point here, then of course the breakout needs to work right away. But if he wants to hold a short position for a longer amount of time, why not wait for maybe a retest and then a move back lower and then enter here? That would be kind of a first confirmation that a short trend might eventually work. But searching shorts in this case scenario, at least longer term shorts, is not the best idea. Why? Because we are in a overall long trend. So I guess that those resistances are now acting as big support. So I would maybe, okay, there's not a 15-minute chart anymore, but for short breakouts, I would take profit right here. That's the most I would let the market run, because the chances are so high that we're going to see at least a little retracement. And then now, if the market comes back down, you could maybe expect a further short move.
That tells me price is unsure what it wants to do. However, it is going to break. Now, what you have to do now is say, okay, I need a very solid push to the upper downside to take this for a third time. I can't just get in if it barely pushes. I need to be more careful, adjust my resistance, adjust my support even lower, and now we're going to play.
Doesn't mean that it's really breaking out. Sometimes the market is not breaking out with big volatility, but slowly and steady moving into one direction, okay? Now imagine, okay, let's say the market wants to go long. On some days, the market just goes long like this, okay? No big breakout, but slowly and steady, fishing stops here again. Okay, taking here the stops, and it's moving like this. At the end of the day, the market moved quite significantly long. But try to trade that, okay, you need to have a really big stop loss. And then maybe at some occasion, the market will come all the way back down here, like this maybe. And if your stop is down here, you also get stopped out and then make its way back up. So it's not that easy.
The outside move. This resistance here is now way above the wicks, right? So right at the very high of this first.
Doesn't mean you cannot trade it. If you have a decent reward risk ratio, this is still a good opportunity to try a long breakout.
Wick. We're way below the support here because I need to see.
But is he really showing just one example? Is that his strategy?
Price break way below or way above to have confidence enough to take this trade. Now, here's the thing. That's if we lose on the first 2 positions. We have to then extend our support and resistances. Now,
Okay.
Here's what happens on most days. And here's why it's okay to lose a couple times in a single day. Because on most days with this strategy, you're going to.
But didn't he just say that this week was like 0 losses and in general, I don't know, 250 wins and only 18 losses? Now he's talking about losing several times a day. What the heck? Let me go back. Okay, this is 6/15. So we're in May and this is from December 2025. Only 18 losses. Stop loss hit this week too. So this is not losing a couple times a day. 5-6 months, there were only 18 losses.
Here's what happens on most days. And here's why it's okay to lose a couple times in a single day. Because on most days with this strategy, you're going to see this right here. Break above, take our buy position, watch what happens next. 1 to 5 gets hit. So we just.
Where is his stop loss?
Position, watch what happens next.
Now it seems like he wants to enter here and this is his stop loss. I thought he might enter here above the highs.
1 to 5 gets hit.
So I can guarantee you one thing. I can guarantee you one thing. For sure, it is not the case that on most days a 1 to 5 risk-reward ratio will be hit after a breakout at the opening. I can guarantee you that. that this is not the case. That would be the simplest way to get rich ever. And if something is too good to be true, it is too good and not true. Okay, this is not what happens on most days. He shows us one example where this was the case, but this is, I can guarantee you that, not the case. That on most days you get a 5-1.
So 100%. We just hit a 1 to 5. Tomorrow, maybe the opposite happens. We take 2 losses and then a win out of 1 to 3. You just have 8 targets get hit and only 1 loss, 2 losses maybe. So you're 8 for 2. I mean, that's great numbers. But what's very important with this strategy and what I'm trying to get into your guys' heads is you have to be willing to adjust and willing to adapt, because the markets are going to take your ass if not. They really are. The markets don't care who you are. The markets don't care how much money you need and how you want to pay your bills or get your girl a new ring. The markets don't give a f. They're not here for you. They're just not. You have to adapt to the markets and make the markets your bitch, okay? So
oh my god. Okay. So let's stay with the technical analysis here. I'm not quite sure why this is now the red, I guess, is his amount of stop loss. So he's basically just entering after a first 5-minute candle, as far as I can see that. He did not explain that, if I recall correctly. Maybe I missed it because I was talking way too much. But as it seems like he's only entering after the first 5-minute candle broke out, which is, again, maybe a good filter. And then he's moving the stop loss to the highs of the day, so at the location where it broke out. Okay, interesting. But a 5-1, guys, I can guarantee you that is not the case. It's not in most cases likely.
Again, this is what I do every single day in the kingdom. Every day I do this, and I show this live, and you learn live from the best, the king of it all. But yeah, it's very simple. Let's go to a selling position here that we took early on in the week. What I love about the strategy too is that I'm going between NASDAQ and US 30, so I have options. If NASDAQ's not performing good, I'll go to US 30. You have options, and I think that's one of the best things about the strategy. Okay, we now have...
They're all correlated to some degree.
I have another very simple day. This is going to be a selling opportunity. So, okay, it's currently 6:25. 5 more minutes until session begins. We need to do part 1, and if you guys remember what I said, it's... Say it with me. And you mark them up at 6:20 a.m. Mark up your charts. So we're gonna mark our charts up about 5-10 minutes before session starts and prepare ourselves for the volume that's gonna come. Now I like this trend line here, although it's already breaking. I do like this trend line here. If you go to our 1-minute chart, you'll see it better, but this is a breaking trend line, meaning we're already pushing to the downside. Now go back to our 5. As you guys can see, we also have a pretty strong support zone here. This is 1, 2, and some touches up here. Realistically, this whole thing is a resistance, now support zone. You also have another zone down in here. If we do get faked out here and we lose, well then we'll just wait till the next one gets hit and make sure we really have a lot of volume pushing to the downside. What's gonna happen here at 6:30? We're gonna get a lot of volume.
Guys, this is not the case every time. This is our exceptionally trading days.
Price begins to push. We marked up our entry point. We take our sell position, stops just above that break.
Okay.
Would have liked...
And where's entry now?
We marked up our entry point. We take our sell position, stops just above that break. Would have liked to enter here, but I didn't. Would have been a much better entry here. I got in a little bit late, maybe got a little nervous and just, again.
Okay, now he's not waiting for the first 5-minute candle.
Got in late. This is realistic. This is the position that I took with all my students in the kingdom. But it started to push through the entry. We took our sell. Stops are above that recent push, that recent resistance. Price pushes past our next support, even more confidence. Bam, we're pushing to a target 3.
Okay, why not try that for ourselves? Let's go to trading view here. Okay, I opened a chart. Like the NASDAQ in the 5 minutes. So let's just look at the last example I have here. Market opens. So this is like 6:20 for him. Not that easy to identify upper resistance. And that would be lower support. So where would he enter now? Take a look at the 15-minute here. Where would he enter? This is the opening. So let's say short. Would he enter maybe here? Let's say where the breakout is. So we would get a 1 to 2 at most, at least not a 1.5. And the question is this candle maybe retracing before closing here? So let's get back into the 5 minute, look at a smaller time frame. Okay, the question is again, where did we enter? Did we enter on this candle? Then we got real unlucky because the market immediately moved higher. Did we enter on this candle? Right here? Okay, would be a little better. 1 to 2. 2.5 and stop loss would be hit. Okay, it depends, but if we trade this breakout here, you would immediately get stopped out. So let's stay with the 5 minute because then we get a better feel. So let's take a look at the day before. 1520 here. Okay, support and resistance a little easier. Resistance, support. We're breaking out here after the opening. Okay, actually would have worked out quite good. If you entered here and your stop loss would be somewhere down here, could go maybe for 1-to-1 more or less. But his stop loss is already pretty small. He's moving the stop loss to the point where he broke out of that range. So let's say he entered here, would probably already be stopped out. Again, even if not, at which point would you know where to close the position? Because if you're waiting for a 1-to-5, this would stop you out. Let's go back an example earlier. Okay, again here at the 20, we want to mark your support. So this is a breakout, guys. So obvious. This is the breakout. So now you tell me you want to go short somewhere here. Yeah. Didn't work out too good for you. Okay, then I say, okay, come back. Maybe now try long after a breakout here. Okay, let's try that. Long. If you get fished here because you enter long right at this candle, get stopped out. A little luckier and enter here. Okay, you would have been able to go for a 1-to-4, but then getting stopped out again. This execution is not as easy as he tries to show you. It is possible to make money with a breakout, at least in the last markets with this big liquidity, okay? If I go back a couple of years, it's not as easy, but it is possible to go for a breakout after the first range here. Why not? But then you have to really be careful with the stop loss, and it probably needs to be way lower. And then you can't go for that big reward risk and a loss costs you more than in his example, okay? Because with those small stop losses, you get stopped out every time before the market then goes even higher to your desired 1-to-5, okay? So let's continue to watch the rest of the video.
We are now at a 1-to-3, and we end up hitting a 1-to-5. So just in those two positions, you just saw two 1-to-5s get hit, 0 losses. So those days,
because those were good examples.
where you do take a couple losses, they don't really mean a lot because you're hitting 1-to-5s pretty frequent with this strategy.
No, you're not.
Especially if you trade it during New York session at the right time. Trade it at the right time, trade the right positions, and be patient with it. If there's not a good setup, you're not breaking out, don't take it. If you get faked out a couple times and price is just moving too choppy, you just stop trading for the day. It really is
Yeah, but then you have 3 or 4 losses in a row.
simple as that. But I would love for you guys to practice this strategy.
What is there to practice? This is like the most simple approach I ever encountered in my 6 years of trading.
Put in the work and just...
So with a 1-to-1.5 and quite a tight stop loss is not working. Okay, this might be working with a bigger stop loss and maybe a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, but not with a 1-to-5 and not with this tight stop loss.
Go chase your dreams, man.
Market is retracing.
Chase your dreams, become a trader. It's the only real job where no matter what happens in the world, you can still make money from it.
But I have to agree with him being optimistic about something. So don't be as pessimistic as I am here today. Being optimistic and say chase your dreams. That is completely the right approach, guys. So if you want to learn something from Mambafx, it might not be the strategy in this video, but the overall mentality towards something, that might be good. I every time always want to find something positive, okay? Even though this video was really entertaining, but in a different way that he might anticipate it. But the strategy, maybe with his, if I want to be a little nicer here, maybe his way of experience trading allows him to trade that because he can feel if a position is working or not, where to put the stop loss, where to enter to not get fished. Maybe his personal touch on something allows him to make really big money on with this approach. But just explaining it like this, as you can see in my example, it's not that easy. Okay, there are days where it's rough and then you have to make good decisions.
Proof. So try it out. Watch this video 10 times if you have to. Join the kingdom if you want. And let's carry on to getting you to become the best trader you can be. Appreciate you guys and I will see you guys.
Okay, so that was really good. The best thing was though this 5-minute montage. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. So it's 700,000 subscribers. Okay, that was great. Okay, I had a great time. Thank you for watching. We see you in the next episode. Leave a sub and a like down below. Take care of yourself, guys, and good luck with trading. Bye bye.